do not touch them or approach them from behind. As a street photographer, when you're approaching a stranger in the street to take their photo, you really have the first 2 to 3 seconds to make a good impression of them before you scare them off. So that is why it's important to approach them with a smile, to approach them by saying hi. You can even say, sorry for bothering you. Acknowledge that you are the one that's interrupting their person and their time of the day. So make sure you're being respectful and make sure you're approaching them very, very smoothly. So yeah, today I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about how I get people to be relaxed in front of the camera just before I photograph them. Because yes, that is where it starts. You have to make them feel comfortable, not as you're photographing them. I mean, yes, also as you're photographing them, but it starts before that. It starts before you even point the camera at their face, right? It starts when you are approaching them. It all starts with the approach. Now, the first thing you want to do, right, to make them feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more comfortable, is do not approach them from behind. Do not approach them from behind, and please do not touch them. I don't care if it's a little tap on the shoulder, please, because I've seen people do that. I've never done it, but I've seen it done before. Do not touch them or approach them from behind. But if you are behind them, what you could do is move to the left or move to the right, just move on their side and approach them from the side. Or you can even be a little bit smart with it and do what I do sometimes, is you walk faster than them, and once you're in front of them, you turn around and then you approach them from in front. This way, they kind of see you coming, right? Or even if you approach them from the side, they can just look like that and look to the side and see who's talking to them. But do not approach them from behind and do not touch them or tap them on the shoulder. Please, 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 never do that, because you're gonna scare them. They might feel offended that you're touching them. It's just weird. So do not do that. The second thing is that you kind of want to walk at their pace. If they're walking fast, right, you don't want to interrupt them and then just not keep up with them. If they're walking, walk with them and try to slow down as you're walking, right? Because as you're talking to them and you're slowing down, they will gradually slow down with you, right? But if you approach them and you're just standing there and you don't walk with them, well, they're gonna walk right past you, right? So what you have to do is walk at the same pace that they're moving at. And then as you're talking to them, you present yourself, you say, hey, this is my name, I'm a photographer, I really like your style, you have nice hair, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And as you're talking to them, keep eye contact, right? But slow down a little bit, right? Slow your steps down and you'll see that they're gonna start to slow down. And then once you guys are just completely have stopped walking, you keep talking and then you ask them if you can take a photo for them. Another thing that works when you wanna make them feel relaxed and comfortable is to show that you yourself are relaxed and comfortable. If you're approaching them and you kind of like, hi, I'm a photographer and I like your style, can I take a photo for you? If you're approaching them and you're this shy, you're not confident, first of all, they're not gonna be uncomfortable, they're not gonna be relaxed, and they're gonna be like, who is this guy? He's wasting my time, right? But if you're confident and comfortable and relaxed and you know what you're doing, then it's gonna come out, right? And they are gonna match your vibe and your energy, right? But if you're just shy and not relaxed and uncomfortable and just awkward, it's not gonna be okay. They're not gonna be relaxed. Now, it's understandable that the first time you're doing this, you might feel a little bit awkward, a little bit uncomfortable, and that's okay, but always work towards getting over that. And that only works by approaching more and more people. I remember the first time I did this, the first person I approached, I was kind of like the example I just showed you, right? I was kind of like holding my camera like this, I was shy, awkward, and just a little bit uncomfortable, and that's understandable if it's your first time, as it was my first time. Now, almost a year later, I'm more comfortable, and when I approach somebody in the streets, they can see that. And that's gonna make them feel more comfortable. They're gonna feel like, okay, he's an actual photographer that knows what he's doing. So he's not gonna take bad photos. He probably knows how to take amazing photos, because that's kind of like the impression that it gives, right? If you are being awkward and you're a little shy, you're stuttering, you don't really know what you're saying, they're gonna be like, okay, this guy, he's kind of like an amateur, he's a beginner, he probably doesn't take that many good photos, right? Or you might, be a great photographer, but that's not what's gonna come across. Whereas on the other side, if you approach them, you're really nice, you're smiling, you're very happy and joyful, confident, you're very laid back, relaxed, you're gonna be like, okay, this guy, he's confident, he knows what he's doing, he knows how to take photos, he's not gonna make me look ugly, and I trust him to take my photo is gonna turn out all right. And maybe I'm just confident, but I don't know how to take photos, right? But that the impression that comes out is that I do, and I am confident. So, it all depends on your approach and how you conduct yourself. Now, all of those things that I've covered so far in this video are things to make your subject feel relaxed before you take a photo of them. But if you want to know how to make them feel comfortable as you're taking photos of them, which is the second step, well, you can watch this video here where I talk about just that and making your subject feel comfortable. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. If you learned something new, make sure to like this video if you found it entertaining. Keep creating, stay creative. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one.